Hey folks, we now have something new in the Gulf of Mexico. We call it a potential tropical cyclone. New terminology being used this year by the National Hurricane Center to say they feel strongly enough that this thing right out here, even though it's not even a depression yet, that it has such potential to become a tropical cyclone that they can go ahead and start issuing watches and warnings for it. So it's not a named system yet, not even a depression yet, it is a potential tropical cyclone. Now, one important point about this image, this is where the center of where they believe the circulation started to form. All the rain's on the east side of it. We're on the west side of it, and this thing would have to go almost straight west for us to get any rain out of it at all, and it's not going to go straight westward. In fact, it looks like it's probably going to go northwestward. It may impact Texas, but not our part of Texas. So again, it's called a potential tropical cyclone, the third tropical system of the year that's been tracked. We had a storm before the season started. We've got the other one, which is now Brett out in the Atlantic. We'll talk about that in the next half hour. Here's where tropical cyclone potential number 3 is located. You can track it on your Channel 5 tracking map. Winds are estimated right now at about 40 miles per hour. It's moving to the north at about 9. Now, here's the Hurricane Center's forecast path for this, saying that by tomorrow afternoon, it's moving off to the northwest. Here we are over here. Notice we're nowhere near that cone, and we don't get very close to that cone. By Wednesday afternoon, the system approaches somewhere along the western Louisiana, eastern Texas coastline, and then eventually turns back to the northeast. Now, remember that satellite image, all the rain was over here, so the rain follows. Most of it stays well east of us. Some could wrap around and come down the Texas coast, but we're talking very little. Most of it stays well east of us, and we end up, it looks like for the most part, hot and dry. So again, you can see the system sitting in the Gulf of Mexico. Some other stuff in Texas, we'll talk about that in a minute, but let's go closer in, and because they can, with a potential tropical cyclone, issue watches and warnings. So they've got a tropical storm warning from the Pearl River, which is right near New Orleans, all the way over to Intercoastal City, Louisiana, and then a tropical storm watch from Intercoastal City back to High Island in Texas, just to the east of Houston and Galveston. So those are the latest warnings based on the potential system that's out there, even though we don't have a named storm yet, not even a depression yet officially. Now, here's where the low is, and again, kind of sitting in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. This is the NAM model. This is one possible solution, but all the models are leaning well east of the valley now. This indicates maybe an isolated shower tomorrow, but for the most part, we're hot. This gets your attention because you're looking at a tropical system sitting just east of us. The more concentric circles there are, the more wind there is. Possible is the key with this, but then notice it starts to go northward from there, and all the big rain stays way east, and by the time we get to the end of the week, it is out of the picture and it's history, and that's the end of that. So what's it mean for us? Well, take a look. Here we go. Tonight, tomorrow, partly sunny, hot. We keep going, partly sunny, hot. We keep going, partly sunny, hot. We don't expect that to change anytime soon. So instead of getting big rain, we end up with maybe a 10% chance of a shower on Wednesday. Other than that, we are dry, dry, dry. It looks like this will be, at least at this point, a miss for the valley. Maybe we can get lucky, get a couple showers in here, but we don't expect very much. There's looking at our temperatures right now, 104, 101, and then everybody else in the 90s. The next few days, we keep temperatures above average instead of going below. We needed rain to cool things off, and it looks like that's not going to happen. So tonight, mainly clear, warm, and humid, a low of 76, and then tomorrow, mostly sunny, breezy, and hot. And again, it looks like we're only going up from there, 97 tomorrow. The next 7 days, 97, 98, 99, and then we hold it there. Notice the chance of rain, for the most part, has been taken out. A slight risk on Wednesday, and then by early next week, there's some indications we could see a slight chance again. But the bottom line on the tropical system, which, again, it's a new thing, a potential tropical cyclone, it looks like it's going to stay well to the east of the valley. We'll keep an eye on it, but it looks at this point like it's going to be just a hot week for us.
Yeah, we need some of that rain, right?
We could use the rain. You hate to get it in the form of a hurricane, but I'll tell you what, I don't think it's going to be a hurricane either, but a tropical storm for Louisiana, Houston, well, they really don't need the rain, so
yeah,
that's the way it works.
All right, thanks, Tim.
You bet.